On the sides!
Won't give me its treasure, dear brother.
Allow me, my sister. This should open the miserable construct like a red fruit.
One more day, that is all I ask. Lane and Menwendel must have a plan to save this place. You mean to spend some time in Voss? I wouldn't linger if I were you. You don't have scales or fur, so you should be safe for a time. But if Savarek and his lackeys smell a whiff of danger on you, they'll put a knife in your back by supper time. The new wizard magistrate. When Mistress Dratha fell ill, House Telvanni put Savarek in charge of Voss. It was all honey and orchids for a time, but not anymore. The people are desperate for Dratha to return. I'm beginning to lose hope. Openly? No. Some work against him in secret, but he sicks his black snail mercenaries on anyone who opposes him publicly. Don't believe me? Ask him yourself. He covets Telmora Tower, but until Dratha dies, he holds court in the Gathering House. Keep your wits around Savarek. He's slippery as a slaughterfish, and twice as deadly. He's a member of House Telvanni, like Mistress Dratha. Mistress Dratha is powerful but reclusive. Savarek's a little more ambitious. Technically, yes. Luckily, Mistress Dratha's mouth, Lane Sadri, has been working against him in secret. We're lucky to have her. Savarek can sniff out a conspiracy like a Nixox sniffs out truffles. Without Lane, we'd probably be dead already. She's one of the oldest, most powerful Telvanni counselors and the ruler of nearby Telmora, the great fungal tower just across the river. She ruled Voss and lands beyond until she fell ill. Some people think it's just old age. I'm not so sure. 1,000 times yes. Our mistress has a mixed reputation. Outsiders often say she is cold and calculating. That may be, but I don't mind. She cares for us from a distance, intervening only when necessary. She respects our freedom. We pray for her recovery every day. If Dratha dies, I fear that Voss will die with her.
I do hope you'll forgive my candor, but I must ask, what brings a bumbling outlander to my gathering house? Do you fancy yourself a Telvanni mage? No, I think not. You may take your leave. Immediately. Ah, I see the Noir is well informed. If you know that I am Savarak, you must also know that I rule Voss as its wizard magistrate. Do you bring me some petition, or is this just a social visit? Have a care how you speak, Outlander. It is true that certain of Voss's citizens have struggled during this period of transition, but I'm hardly to blame. They've taken Dratha's illness very hard. It's led to idleness and crude insubordination. Someone has to. Dratha's mouth, Lane Sardry, refuses to assist me. She just lurks by her mistress's bedside in Tel Mora, scheming and fomenting unrest. People in crisis require a firm hand. If that offends your gentle sensibilities, move on.
What is it?
I'll check in on her again in the morning. For now, just get some rest, eh? You look awful.
Yes, thank you, Manuendel. And please let me know straight away if you make any progress on a cure.
Of course. And I meant what I said. Sleep, Lane.
Yes, yes. And who might you be? It takes some pluck to enter a Telvanni tower uninvited. Impressive. I'm Lane Sardry, mouth to the glorious Mistress Dratha. What is it you want, Outlander? The situation? The catastrophe, more like. Savarak and his black snail mercenaries are strangling the life out of that town. I do what I can, but Savarak has the support of the Council. My hands are firmly tied. You, on the other hand... Savarak won the support of the Council shortly after my mistress fell ill. I've always known him to be clever and enterprising, but all this wealth and muscle, that's new. Despots rule with swords and coin. Savarak has an abundance of both. I don't, but I think we can find some answers in Savarak's manse. He's turned the old Berino house into a palace and a fortress. If you break in and find some evidence of corruption, I might be able to turn the Council against him. This can't possibly be the first time someone's asked you to snoop through a wizard's manse. Just look for anything that seems out of place. Official documents often provide clues on this sort of thing. Letters too. You'll know it when you see it. I wish I knew. Our resident herbalist, Manuendel, has been developing on a variety of cures. She's capable, brilliant even, but my confidence wanes. We know the illness deadens the mind and causes rigors in the limbs, but beyond that, we're stumped. This can't possibly be the first time someone's asked you to snoop through a wizard's manse.
Hortator and incarnate must rise. I have to prepare. I have to...
You're back? I admit I didn't expect you to return. Forgive me. It's hard to know who to trust these days. It seems you actually do mean to help us. Did you find anything? Honestly, what kind of idiot leaves this many documents lying about? Still nothing about my mistress's illness. Damn. Well, what do we know? House Halalu is bankrolling Savaric's operation. His wealth and mercenaries arrive via Selville Island. Right, with someone named Narandus, yes? The Halalu's hatchet man here in Voss, no doubt. If they're using passphrases, they must not know each other by name or by face. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Exactly. Find Narandus near the wharf and use this passphrase. I'll have the few house guards still loyal to Mistress Strotha make sure no one approaches. We don't want the real contact to muck things up. Learn what you can, then make a swift exit.
About fetching time, well? But the stench remains. You tell Varney's servants. Late, always late. Our plot to kill Dratha proceeds at a snail's pace. I blame myself, in part. Tel Mora's fungal growth has proven to be more resilient to the toxin than I expected. Of course we are! To release lethal spores! What moon sugar cart did they drag you out of? I'm near to finishing the new toxin, but I need to know the current status of the infection. Examine the deceased nodule at the tower's base and report back.
You still have your head on your shoulders, so it can't have gone all that poorly. Did you manage to learn anything? What? Those fetching bastards! The answer was right here the whole time. Mistress, forgive me. Look, I'm no slouch when it comes to magic, but fungal infections are well outside my area of expertise. You'll have to find Menwendel, our herbalist. She established a small nursery beside the tower. With any luck, she'll be there. If not, ask her assistant Grey Skies. Please don't dawdle. I'm not sure how much longer my mistress can hold on. I'll contact the Telvanni Council immediately. I'm sure they'll love to hear about Savaric's tawdry affair with those gold pinchers in House Halalu. If I know the Council, and I do, Savaric will be feeding the shroom beetles by week's end. Indeed, the citizens of Vos will be free to go about their lives in peace. Although for Voss to truly flourish, we must also restore my Mistress Strotha to proper health. From the looks of things, she doesn't have much time.
The Sharmat, lurking, waiting, curses beneath the mountain. Hear me, incarnate, hear me.